microphone to see the camera.
He's talking.
What is it then? It's fun. He's a good baby.
Is my face a little white? I don't think I'm jealous.
Much. What is it, baby?
Time for a little bubble.
Yeah, concentration. I'm not jealous. Tries to get in the
Yeah,
camera.
right.
Am I in?
No.
There you are, got you in now. Happy?
What are you saying? What is it, baby?
It's Monday the 2nd of August, and doing really well. The shoe cupboard is in place. Unfortunately, we had to take out the piece of shit cupboard that was next to it. This piece of shit cupboard actually holds like my fuse boards and that, so I'll show you. It's just wedged in there at the moment, but what I'm thinking is I might be able to just like cut across the back and then wedge it in place. But the way we put the unit in, the plug, it's completely covered the plug socket, and this was too wide. So Gary was like, oh, you have to get a new unit. But now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, well, if we just cut along there, will it just slide in? That's something I'm going to try. But there it is, it's in place. It looks great. Darren and I have already filled it. I didn't actually realise we had this many shoes. So we filled up the bottom shelf with shoes and flip-flops and stuff like that. In here, we've got Daryl's school bag. I'm also going to put like the waterproofs and, you know, a couple of other bits, hats, scarves, gloves and all of that lot. That's all going to go in there. And then in here, I have my headphones, keys, some spare shopping bags, my spare car keys in here in case I ever lose mine, which lives in the kitchen, a waterproof, is this the trousers? This is the trousers, I don't know where the hell the coat is, some poo bags, the dog's poo bag holder thing when we go out walking. So yeah, that's all in place, it's fixed to the wall, so that looks good. Hallway is almost clear. This is my bottom of stairs basket, which is full of the crap that I don't normally use because I didn't have anywhere to put it. Now, I'm hoping it might... No, it doesn't quite fit. Bummer. Oh well. I don't really want to put it there because it makes getting upstairs feel really narrow. But I'm going to empty everything that's in there and it's all going to go back in here, which means then that can be used for the purpose it is, which is to take things upstairs. So yeah, we're getting there. So the hallway's nearly clear as well, which is great. There's only a couple of bits left in the kitchen. I didn't do as much today because Callie came over, but the dog's been loving having all this space. I did clear up a little bit of stuff on there, so I've got a little bit of room now. All that's really left to do is put away these journals, which I can do in a minute. This fabric needs to go away. All the stuff that was there, that's all been tidied up and put away. I haven't done over there yet, but yeah, it's looking good. And I've managed to get all of my vlogs edited and uploaded today, which is great. I'm really pleased with that because it means that you guys have got something to watch. I still haven't done any today in my boo journal because quite frankly I'm knackered. My back really hurts, so if you're waiting for my August setup, it's going to be at least another day, if not 2, because I don't want to spend 3 hours sitting in the chair at my desk. My lower back is absolute agony. from all the bending and the lifting and everything that I've done today. And quite frankly, I'm not up for it. I'm really not. I'm bummed because I want to do it, because, you know, I want to use my journal, but I haven't got the energy. I just don't have the energy. So, yeah, I am so tired. My back hurts. I'm really tired. I need another 3,000 steps before I could stop. But yeah, has anybody else got flies? I seem to be inundated with them. I've got like 3 in the office alone, and I've had to like put a piece of paper on top of my drink. I'm having a cheeky drink on top of my drink because the fuckers keep landing on my glass. And when I sit down, there's like 2 or 3 of them flying around me, and there's loads all in the house. And it actually got to the point where I'm starting to think something has died in the house. You know? Do you get what I mean? I keep checking the dog to make sure she's still alive and hasn't died and had maggots laid in her or something. Do you know what I mean? Keep checking the cat, but I can't find anything. There's no smell. You know, I've been putting my bins out regularly. When we had food waste left over the other day, I wrapped that up in a plastic bag before I put it in my black bin, so it doesn't smell. But I've still got all these flies. Now I've got the at least one window open all the time at the moment in the kitchen. And the kitchen was absolutely heaving with them the other day, but I don't know where they're all coming from. So I'm wondering if there's a mouse that's died underneath one of the units or something, you know, in that little space behind the kickboards. So I guess I'm just going to have to wait them out. I might get some fly paper or something, but it's not having the fly paper that's the issue. It's then taking it down when it's covered in dead flies, because that's gross. I did manage to get in and wash my dishes, so my kitchen is again clean. Let's see if there's any out here now. Yeah, they all seem to have gone now. There was a couple floating about. I need a new kitchen spider, because it's like somebody told them that Frank the kitchen spider died, and he's definitely died because there's been no web appearing. And saying that, Frank's alive! There's Frank! That's frickin' awesome. Frank, you need to make a big web and catch all these fucking flies that are in my house. That's Frank. Whether that's the original Frank, but Frank's been here for 3-4 years, I think. And yeah, he just moved into my kitchen one afternoon, and he lives behind one of the cupboards. And I actually thought he died because I'd like cleaned up all the web at the beginning of this summer, and I thought, there's been no new web. Oh my god, you know. And yeah, I thought, my spider's dead. I don't like spiders, but you know, having a kitchen spider is useful. And I haven't seen Frank for fucking months. Absolute months. So I don't know whether that is the original Frank or whether it's a descendant, but I'm really pleased to see there's a spider in the kitchen. That's freaking awesome. Hopefully it'll do something about all these fucking flies. Need to dust. So yeah. That's really made my day, actually. Oh dear. So I feel really good at the moment. Getting this room done was like a major buzz. My daughter walked in this morning and she was like, wow. She said, this room looks really big. Now, she'd lived with me for a while, so when we were using this as a lounge, so she knows what this room's like. And she's also watched it become my craft room and become the dumping ground. And she said to me, wow, she said, you've worked really hard. And I was like, yeah, I'm actually really proud of myself. And she was like, yeah, you should be. And on that note, being proud, I'm very proud to say not only is it National Breastfeeding Week, but Callie has been breastfeeding for 100 days. That's amazing. I am so fucking proud of her. She knows I am. I've just told her. And yeah, it wasn't an easy start. She was so frightened she wouldn't be able to breastfeed when she was pregnant, because she'd seen me feed Daryl and she knew how much I loved it. And I knew she was scared during her pregnancy that she wasn't going to be able to breastfeed. And then he started having seizures and he was in an incubator and he was being tube fed, and she pumped so much milk, and that was something I never managed to do. I couldn't pump when she was in hospital. I wasn't able to. I tried and it didn't work, and she did, and she still pumps now so that Rob can occasionally give Nathaniel a bottle, and just to basically keep Nathaniel used to a bottle in case, you know, he ever needs to be given a bottle. And she's still feeding now, and there have been times when she has been touched out. There have been times when she has been tired, she's been exhausted, she's been depressed, she's got PTSD from his birth and all of that lot. She's getting treatment for that. And she came here a month or so ago, and, you know, we found out he was tongue-tied, and she showed me the record of him feeding, and he was on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off. And that had been going on for like 10 weeks. And I said, fucking hell, you should have told me. And I was like, right, I said, you know, give him over. And for the next 2.5 hours, I stuck a dummy in his mouth every time he cried. And I wouldn't let him have a feed. Because what he was doing was he was basically topping up on the foremilk, and he was never getting the hind milk. So he was perpetually hungry, and he looked it. You know, he was actually getting to the point where he looked a little bit hollow-eyed and he looked a bit pale. And it was getting to the point where the health visitor was saying to her, you know, if you don't get his weight like booming, we're going to make you give him formula. And she come to me, I don't want to give him formula, I don't want to give him formula. And then she showed me this feed, and it was like, you know, 10 minutes on, 20 minutes off, 10 minutes on, 30 minutes off, you know. And I was like, that's not fucking right. I said, no way. I said, even cluster feeding, that wouldn't be like that. And yeah, she spent a day with me. I said, come over for the day. Sorry, I'm scratching my arm. I said, come over for the day and let's see if we can do something about this. So she came over, and for the first 3.5 hours, I kept sticking a dummy in his mouth. And then he had like a massive feed. And then he went another 2.5 hours because we went out for a little walk, and we went and picked Daryl up from school. And then we got back, and he was really yelling for it. And she said, what do I do? I said, give him another feed. It's been nearly 3 hours. I said, but no less than 2.5 hours from now on. I said, he's got to get to the point where he is actually hungry. I said, but he needs to be trained, because he got to the point where whenever he made a noise, Niku would just like topping him up constantly. So he never got used to the idea of his stomach emptying. So then he'd get a little bit empty. Oh, I'm constantly hungry. Have a little bit. And it's like filling up, having a drink of water before a meal, isn't it? You know, and that's what he was doing. And she spent a day with me, and I said, you've got to keep this on for a couple more days. And she did. And he's now feeding every 4 hours for at least 30 minutes. It's brilliant. And I am so fucking proud of her. I really am. I can't. There were times when I really didn't think she would do it. You know, I knew she wanted to breastfeed, but I didn't realise how much she wanted to breastfeed. And then when he was ill, and she said, it's the only thing I've got control of, Mum. It's the only thing I can control is me breastfeeding him. So I was like, right, then let's work on it. And I'm so proud of her because she's done it. And she's going to keep going. She said she's going to keep going for as long as he wants to. It's amazing. I'm so proud of her. So proud. It's been an excellent week. They've been over today. I got a fantastic photo of Nathaniel with my mum. Oh, absolutely adorable. I'm going to stick it up here in the corner. Yeah, absolutely adorable photos of him with my mum. He's been smiling at me. He's been cooing and giggling. He adores Daryl. Absolutely adores Daryl. If Daryl's in the room, the rest of us might as well just fucking go out for a walk or something, or go to the pub, you know, because if Daryl's in the room, Nathaniel's smiling at him. It's adorable. Absolutely adorable. So yeah. So that's Monday done with. It is now 10:30 p.m. I'm going to finish my cheeky drink. I'm going to watch X-Files and get vlog 2 of the day up. So I'm all caught up now. I'm up to sort of yesterday, Sunday. So yeah, week 29 and week 30 are going up today. Well, 29's already gone up. Week 30 will go up in a couple of hours, I suppose, once it's finished uploading. So yeah, I added some braids, and this is an old dolphin charm. I had this for years, into my hair, and then back here somewhere I did one. Is it that one? I don't know, I added one in somewhere that's got a... I thought it was that one, but no, I'm looking at it and I can't, I stuck a heart on it, but oh, I don't know. It all looks, oh, there it is that it? Yeah, this heart, it's silver and it's got a black diamond in it. And I've had this since I was about 16, 17. And it's a little filigree silver heart. And somebody I went to school with, I'm pretty sure it might be the girl that actually grooms the ices, she had a gold one with a white diamond in it, which was really cool. Yeah, so I stuck this braid in and just stuck my tongue over the top of it. And then I put this braid in and stuck my dolphins in. So hopefully that lasts. So yeah, loving my hair again at the moment. Still brushing it daily. Still wearing my satin cap at night. I'm a little bit floofy, but you know what? I don't give a shit. I mean, as long as it doesn't get horrendous, then I can keep on top of it. My new soap's arrived and it's really, really strong smelling. So I'm hoping that I can use it because in the box, it really smells strong and I don't do strong smells. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Anyway, I'm going to go. So have a great Monday and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hello! I have a Daryl stuck to my head. Apparently my hat makes a good pillow. Does it make a good pillow, Daryl? Because that means I can't move. No, don't, because you're pulling it off. So, it's, what day is it? It's Tuesday? Is it Tuesday?
No, let me do it. Free age? I don't know.
August. The 3rd of August.
So what day does that mean?
That's a Tuesday. So it's Tuesday, the 3rd of August. Yay! Right, what we're going to do today, we're going to get up and have smoothies and waffles and things. And then we are going to go and do a bit of shopping.
No!
Yeah, because I managed to clean the snake out last night without getting bitten, which was quite good. And I need to go and pick up some meds from Shanklin, and we need to go and buy mouthwash for us both because we've run out. We also need to go and buy a bit of food because we've all got any. The food shop and the snake shop are right next to each other, so we can go and do that. We'll take the
car.
We'll take the car, but we'll also take the cooler backpack so that, because the mice will be frozen, and we can pick up a few bits for dinner and get off, because I'm stuck when you lean on me like that. So yeah, we'll do that today. Stop it.
Then you stop it.
Might have a wander around ride because it's been ages since I last went to ride.
Why does Mum always have to put my nose?
Because it's such a cute little nose. I'm not allowed to poke his nose. I'll eat his fingers instead. The best bit to eat is the ears. The ears are amazing. So yeah, this is my sleepy bonnet, which helps to sort of keep all my hair from moving about, and is supposed to help cut down on frizz. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but it does mean that I'm not... Sorry. It does mean that I'm not strangling myself in the night when I roll over and my dreads sort of wrap around my neck and try and kill me, which is really, really good. It also means that Daryl doesn't lie on them. Doesn't it?
I'm still lying on your dreadlocks.
Yes, but they're in the hat, so... this is really good because this is adjustable, this elastic. That's what this bit is. It's just a thingy. So you can adjust it. No, don't do that. Thank you. So you can adjust it to make it tight to fit your head. And surprisingly, I thought it was going to like come off during the night, but it doesn't. So I'm quite impressed with it, actually.
It's like a pillow.
Oh gosh, excuse me. Surprisingly, I don't get too hot wearing it either, which I thought I would. So anyway, right, we're going to get up because it's 9:20. We've been watching YouTube videos.
9:21.
9:21. Oh my goodness me. So yeah, we're going to get up, have breakfast, and go and do things. I've about sort of caught up with the cleaning after, doing the office and that. I love it. It's got to the point where when Dara goes to bed, I'm actually staying in the office rather than going into the lounge. Last 2 nights, I've sat and watched X-Files on my Mac, and although it's small, I can see what's going on. So the TV is not going to get moved over onto the desk, which I'm kind of glad about because it would just be cluttered. So I can cope with watching the TV through the Mac from the other side of the room, really.
Glad, Mommy.
Kind of feels like the 1980s when we didn't have TVs over fucking, 50 inches long and not really 50 inches big and all that lot. It's a little 21-inch jobby. I remember watching TV on a little 14-inch Hitachi thing.
Why don't they have TVs in the olden days and stuff?
Yeah, I did, but, yeah, so... I'll go back to sleep. I'm tired. Dad bullies me and pushes me out my bed. My bed.
My bed.
No, don't, because I'll fall off. I'm right on the edge as it is. Got my tattoo. It's my dragon. I love that tattoo.
Me too.
It's probably one of my favourites. That and my hand are probably my 2 favourite tattoos.
My ultra favourite one on you is the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon one. Yeah, that one.
No!
So sometimes I think she could do with a touch up, but considering she's like 21 years old, the colour's still pretty fucking good. But sometimes I think a little bit of highlight work around the face because she's blending a little bit, especially around the lower jaw and that. But no, I love her. I've had some ideas for some tribute tattoos that I want to do on Insta. Funerals next week.
I know one you could do. A unicorn.
Well, no, maybe. I know what I'm going to do. Just got drawn. Yeah, funerals next week. I need to go and talk to the babysitter down the road. Go and talk to Shelf and find out if she's available. Because I don't really want to take him. So I'm going to send her a message in a minute.
This makes me so happy.
Oh,
I just exploded.
I've been collapsed on.
Help! Save me!
We are dressed. We have had hug in the bed. We are teeth brushed. I've done my hair. I like to give it the soft brush with the ball bristle brush, and then I spray it with this. This is deionized water because I couldn't get distilled, but somebody was selling deionized water for like really, really fucking cheap. It was my PSA actually. So yeah, it's just deionized water and then passion flower and fuchsia scented oils just to make it smell nice. I'm gonna get online at some point and look for like maybe a lemon or an orange oil.
I've been jumping
Because
in water puddles.
I just think that those are clean smells. Maybe tea tree as well. What puddle? Bare feet. Oh yeah, you tipped all that out. Oh, it's lovely out here. Hey, Pussycat. So yeah, I just spray a little bit of that. Oh, it's also got aloe vera oil in it, and then I just brush my hair, spray it on, then I just smooth my hands down. Hello, puppy face. And yeah, that's it. Still love him off it. Oh God, I love it. I love it. My snake's happy because I managed to get her cleaned out last night. I hadn't cleaned her out for ages because she's taken to going for me. And you know,
socks.
Yeah, I'm just about to get you some. Obviously it's a bit like nerve-wracking when she goes for me. Shit, there's no socks there. So I'd kind of like, I hadn't cleaned her out for ages and I felt really bad. So she's not handled very often, and she's fed in the tank, which is bad, I know, because it now means every time the door opens she thinks she's getting fed, so she will strike. So I managed to do half the Viv while she hid up the other half, and then I encouraged her to move over to the half that didn't have anything in it while I cleaned out the other dirty half. And then I filled up the second dirty half after I'd emptied it with clean Lignicel. Lignicel is like a sawdust. And then when that was done, I encouraged her again to move over, which she was quite happy to do because it's clean, and her hide was there, and she went straight in the hide and hid while I filled up the first half. So yeah, she's happy. Oh, hang on, just putting you down. I love you too, Bobby. Let's arrange you. There you go. So she's happy. We're going to go and buy food for her today. I'm just putting some socks on because my feet are cold.
My feet are cold too.
And yeah, we're going to go and buy some food for her, some food for us. We're going to take my cooler backpack because that keeps stuff cold for ages in the car.
Cooler backpack.
And yeah.
Mum, I know what we could take.
What?
Some stuff.
We're not taking stuff, we're going shopping. And yeah. Going to do a little bit of wandering around ride, I think. We need a few bits and bobs. I know I need mouthwash for us both. I'm just trying to think what else I need.
Waffles.
Waffles for Daryl. I'm going to put a little bit of mascara on just to make my eyes look a bit more awake. Keeping it in the wrong fucking drawer.
Don't put like a darky shadow.
No, he says he doesn't like me with dark eyeshadow on, so you guys have to persuade him otherwise. I can't do it looking at my phone. Isn't it funny? My mirror. So yeah, you guys have to tell him why dark shades look better on me.
Actually, light shades look great.
I don't think they will. I don't suit light, I don't think.
They're better than dark.
I'll just put a little bit of mascara on just to make my eyes look a bit.
Light's better.
So those of you that wear makeup a lot, when you can't be bothered to do a full face, what do you wear just to lighten yourself up? If I'm in a rush, I will just stick on some mascara and maybe a bit of lipstick.
No.
Shall I wear lipstick today, Daryl?
No.
Bright red lipstick that I can leave lots of kissy marks all over you.
No.
No? See, I think that looks so much more awake.
I'm using all your makeup brushes.
Oops, got some on my face.
Mum, do you not use this big one?
Yeah, it needs a clean. So, you know,
Oh, I like this actually.
that's now me with a bit of mascara on,
How does this look?
just to make my eyes look a bit, you know, a bit more
Put it on
awake.
the camera.
Do you look gorgeous now? Have you done your makeup? Yeah, so I mean, if you're like in a rush, what do you use? Do you just like slap a little bit of foundation on? Do you just slap some lipstick on? Do you slap mascara on like I do? I'm just making sure I put it all away. You know, what do you use when you can't be bothered or you don't have time for a full face of makeup? Or, thank you.
Hey, no, I was using it.
Go find shoes. Go and find my shoes.
They're in the
they're in the new cupboard. Yeah, so what do you use, you know? I mean, I find mascara makes your eyes look more beding. And also, if you know any hints to make my eyelids look less puffy, because I look at them and I think, God, my eyes look really puffy. Like I do sleep, but I'm always tired. So, you know, if you've got any suggestions on that, that would be really appreciated. Right, we're off to the shops. See you later. It is Wednesday. Wednesday. I've got a sleep study today, so I'm off to the hospital in a little while to be hooked up to stuff. I don't know what the stuff is. I unwrapped Freddie last night. Ta-da! He looks so awesome. I'm really hoping that is not a blemish, but I think it is, which is a huge shame, but there's not really much I can do about it. Never mind. Yeah, so I've got to be fitted with things around my chest and my stomach, I believe. So last night I had a bath. Today I washed my hair. It's almost dry. Yeah, it feels good. I used that new soap bar. Doesn't smell too bad now. It smelled really strong when I was first doing it. But yeah, shopping's been delivered. I hooved the whole house yesterday. It's looking good. Yeah, so I'll check in with you guys later. So I'm all hooked up. I've got a thingy here. I've got another one on my belly. I've got wires going all in under my bra.
That's just gone.
And yeah, now we're going home because Daryl's hungry and fed up and bored. This one's a bit uncomfortable. It's a bit tight while I'm sitting down, but hopefully it won't be too bad. So this is the box of goodies. That's my form to say I have it. I've got to stick these on my legs to register for restless legs. I've got to stick a thingy on my nose. I've got a finger monitor to do as well. Yeah, I've got to stick all that on tonight before I go to bed. I hope I remember how to do it. It comes in a nice clippy box like that. I have this one on my boobs. It's squashing me. It's not very comfortable. I've got ECG things up that are already making my skin itch, but you know, I've got one stuck to me there as well. I've got a band around my tummy with one on. See, you said you hated to adjust it all when you get ready for bed, but because it slid up the minute I sat down because my belly pushed it. So yeah, you said if you can be asleep by 11, and it will turn on automatically at 11 and record until 7. So yeah, it will. The dog's looking at me like, where the fuck have you been? We've been out like an hour, haven't we? Did we leave you and go out? Disgusted, aren't you? So yeah, that's it now. Just have a lazy day, I suppose. We're having a lazy day now, Daryl. He was like, can I still hug my mummy? After I'd been hooked up, the guy was like, yeah, you can still hug your mummy. Which is good because he's been sleeping in my bed the past week. So yes, I've got a lazy afternoon planned. I'm going to watch some TV and not really do much. I've got some leftover Chinese for tonight. I'm not allowed any caffeine, which is good because this is day one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like, what I'd like to do is like a psoriasis giving up caffeine type series, you know? So I will record what my skin is like. I had caffeine yesterday. I will be honest, if I fall off the wagon and I have caffeine, I will tell you. And I'm going to record what my psoriasis is like. I'm going to try and do it every day. I don't know how often I'm going to upload it though. So that will be the only thing. Should I do that as a YouTube thing so that it's there for other people to look at and maybe hopefully inspire people who have psoriasis to do this? Or is it something that would be better going on to like my Instagram stories or something? I don't know. I was thinking YouTube. Pardon? Did you at me? Did you She's like, you're talking to the box again, Mummy. Yes, you're a good girl. Yes, you've been lovely. You're not having a sweet, so forget it. Right, okay, so time for some telly. This thing's already irritating me. It's 5 p.m. and this band, look how fucking tight this is, look. And it's really irritating. Just the material of it is like hurting under my arm. It's really uncomfortable. It's hurting more on the left side than it is on the right, funny enough. Isn't that funny? I don't know whether to loosen it, because if I loosen it, it might not pick up properly tonight. You know, I'm also worried that my boobs are going to push it up here somewhere. It's like right at the top of my cleavage, you know. And this is so uncomfortable. I might see if I can find something to like stick down where the elastic is sitting, because it is like, it's cutting in. It's really uncomfortable. I mean, that's my bra strap, but you know, look. I don't know what to do. Doing dinner now. So it is now just gone 9:40. It's very early, but it sounds like the door's crashed out upstairs. So I'm just letting the dog out. She's thinking about coming down the hallway. Come on! And I'm going to hook myself up and go to bed, I think, and try and get to sleep. They said to try and be asleep before 11 because it will start recording at 11. So I figure if I go to bed now, that gives me an hour and a half to fall asleep, so that should be good. I'm tired, that's another good side. So it'll encourage me to get up tomorrow morning nice and early, because this all has to be back at the hospital by about 11. So yeah, it's still really tight around my boobs and feels quite uncomfortable, but I've got to the point now where I think like my skin's just gone, fuck it, and gone to sleep. So yeah, I've had my hair up in this sort of all day. It's been actually quite comfy. It's a bit weird to start off with, but now it's quite comfy. It looks like a giant spider, doesn't it? Yeah, not really much else to sort of say, you know. Yeah, so nighty night, sleep well, and I'll see you tomorrow. So I did the sleep thing last night. Oh god, I didn't sleep very well, mainly because every time I rolled over something unplugged, or I got tangled up in my own wires or something like that. So I dropped it all back this morning. I've just got to wait now for them to contact me and let me know whether there was some form of apnea or not, and go from there. I bought some fruit this morning. I bought some serum mist, which apparently is good for putting on under moisturiser and after makeup. And I bought Feather Brow by Barry M. The lady in Sainsbury's recommended it. She said, well, your brows are fine. I was like, yeah, but they look a bit pale on the outside. So she said, have a go with that. I've absolutely no idea what I'm doing, so that'd be fun. And also some more hair dye. This is slightly lighter than the one I usually use, but I could have got the one that I usually use, but it kind of looked really, really dark. You know, I don't want it to be too dark, really. I sort of want it to be my original sort of shade, you know, like this, instead of the dark that I've got on my extensions. So I mean, you can definitely see that's my original hair there and there, and these are the extensions that I put in recently, so you can see they're a lot darker, and it seemed a bit weird to have dark and then lighter and then dark. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that this is going to be closer to my original shade, because I used to use number 3, which was darkest brown, and this is just dark brown. So we'll see. I might do this tomorrow. I was going to do it now, but it's already like 1 o'clock and it's not very nice weather, which means it will take longer for my hair to dry. God, I need to get out there and mow my lawn as well. So hopefully if it's nice tomorrow, I can dye my roots, because, you know, damn, look at that. Dye my roots and get out in the garden, mow the lawn, let my hair dry out in the garden for a bit, because, you know, it takes long enough to do anyway without then having to wait sort of 6 hours for my hair to dry. I've started a new series of filming centred around giving up caffeine and how the caffeine affects my psoriasis, because the issue I've got at the moment is my psoriasis is really, really bad because I can't quit the caffeine. So I figure if I get you guys to hold me accountable, then you know, we can go from there. So I'm not sure how I'm going to upload it yet though, because it's literally just like a tiny segment each day. I might upload it like per week. Yeah, that might work. I just got to figure out how to keep all these videos straight on my computer. Friday, and it's 12:41, and I am going to dye my roots because my roots are in serious need of it, because they are fucking white. Look at that. How white they are. And it looks almost bold when they're like, you know, in serious need of doing. So I'm going to slap some box dye on just to cover the worst of it up. I'll take my extensions out, I think, just to make life a bit easier. Stick them back in after I've done it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to watch some wrestling and do some stepping. I don't really have a very busy day planned. I could leave this until next week, but I've got a really busy week next week. Tuesday we've got a play date. Wednesday I'm going to see my son on the mainland. Thursday is Arnie's funeral. So yeah, it's going to be pretty mega, I think, next week. Lots of up and down emotions. Not looking forward to it really, I think. But there we go. So it's going to be quite a hectic, high pressure week. But also, excuse me, I'm tired. I fell asleep yesterday afternoon again, and then I slept really well last night. I think I went to bed about 11. Where are we? Where is today? That's July. That's why I can't find today on there, because we are in August now. Right. Yeah, and Carl's got his second COVID jab the day of the funeral. Fucking can't believe it. So yeah, and then the week after that, Isis is going to go and get her full-on haircut and all that lot, and I get new nail, well, not new, but infills and backfills and all that lot. Yeah, I gotta go to the shop at some point. I ordered this lamp, that lamp in that box, put it all together, and the bottom pole was too big for the nut that attaches it to the base. So I put it all together, and then it like, I let go and it went and lent like that, and I was like, well, that's not right. Took it all apart, put it back together. No, still going, what the fuck's going on here? Then I realised it was just literally just sitting on that bottom nut that attaches to the base. This is fucking weird, you know what I mean? And I couldn't figure out any way to do it. So I went and looked through the 1-star reviews just out of interest. And yeah, there's another guy who had exactly the same problem. So I've already put down to return it, which I'm going to do. I'm just waiting for a phone call because my son phones me at some point, usually on Friday afternoon. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for a phone call. And then once that's done and I've done my hair, I will pop over the road and return it. So my mum said I can have her lamp because, you know, where she's obviously not reading or knitting anymore, she doesn't need it. But she does want a lamp to light up that particular area because due to her AMD, everything seems a lot darker to her than it actually is. So there we go. But I've got new AEW to watch, which should be good. I'm quite looking forward to it. God, look how white that's gotten. I did buy an eyebrow thingy, but I haven't yet tested it. I don't really know what to do with it. I don't like this new, like, bushy look that people are doing where they brush all their hairs upwards like that. I don't like that. My eyebrows have always looked like this, and I want them to continue looking like this. I just want to extend this bit a bit, but I don't know how to do it without looking like Bette Davis. You know, so I mean, Becca's like, you got your little head, and I'm like, but I don't like that look, so I don't know. And I've always had that little bald bit there, you know, so I don't think I would necessarily cover that because That's just how I look. But yeah, mine have never done that, and to me that's not natural. You know, I think I would look a bit silly. I would look cavemanish with them all stood up like that. I never plucked my eyebrows back when it was popular, or when I was young. I would sometimes pluck in the middle because I get the occasional dark monobrow attempt, but yeah, I never plucked them. But with age, hang on, turn my glasses off so I don't have to keep raising my eyebrows. With age, I've noticed that this bit is getting lighter, and I would like to have it so that my eyebrows don't sort of stop up here, that they come down a little bit more. I did watch this video, and she's plucked her eyebrow and she's like made her arch look higher, which has kind of opened up her eyes, but I have no idea how to do that. She sort of fills in more at the top to make it, because my brows sort of go along and down, whereas hers sort of go more up and then down, you know, and I don't know how to do that. I guess I would have to pluck the bottom of it. I don't know. Does anybody know? Can they inform me on this, or shall I just fucking shave them off there and then draw them in again? You tell I have absolutely no idea what to do with my eyebrows. So normally I use Garnier Nutrice number 3, which is darkest brown, and I've found it's a little bit too dark. I think I've discussed this already at some point. So I'm going to go for number 4, which is just dark brown. I hope it won't be too dark on my grey roots. We'll have to see. I've got a mirror set up there. I'm going to get on with it. Don't use this because this is a cream conditioner. I might use it on my ends. I've got a couple of bottles of it. God, it smells. I love the smell of dyeing conditioner. Just to condition the ends, really. So I've got the absolutely pathetic gloves. I don't know why anybody bothers with these. They're shit. So let's start off by emptying the dye into the developer. And the good thing about Garnier Nutrice is everything in the packet is recyclable, which is brilliant. Right, so I've now pierced the dye. All in. It's gorgeous outside. If this stays like this and doesn't actually rain, which it is supposed to do, I might get out and mow my lawn, because my lawn is just full of dandelions and weeds and all that crap, because it's grown again. Right, I'm going to take my watch off because I don't wear it when my hands are going to get wet, and I certainly don't want to get dye on it. But yeah, I don't wear it in like the bath and all that lot. I know you can, I just choose not to. These gloves are awful, they're so tight, you know. I mean, I've got quite chubby hands. I've got my mum's hands. And these gloves are made for people who are obviously skin and bone. Not that there's anything wrong with people who are very, very thin, just, you know, the average woman is not very, very thin, especially not in England or in America. You know, I've seen photos. And look, you just look. I can't get it down because it won't go around my middle fingers anymore. So you end up doing it like this, and it's not comfortable. I usually put it back up to my knuckles so that I can at least bend my fingers without feeling the blood supply go off. Windy but really sunny. I should have stripped my bed and put laundry on, but then it would have done what it did the other day, which was, you know, I did the laundry, put it out, and 10 minutes later it started to rain. I was livid. Now, because I've only got one bottle, my main aim is the top bit and these side bits. So That's what we're going to do. And no, I don't do this with a brush or that crap. Ooh, that's what fingers are for. Yeah.
I heard the code again.
Oh, I didn't take the fucking extensions out. What?
I heard Batman using the code.
Yeah, that's because Iron Man sucks.
Iron Man stop.
To be fair, the extensions shouldn't really pick up the dye because they're
I'm not confused.
synthetic.
It's like
You can get yourself some lunch.
Do I want a banana and an apple?
Well, you'll have to sort yourself out for banana if you want one, because I now have dye on my hands.
Hey y'all! Crispies!
The idea is to get as much around your wrist as possible
I've got a button!
and rub it in. Sorry about the background noise, but it's lunchtime.
It's lunchtime!
I don't need to dye the rest of my hair, I only need to dye my roots because it's my roots that are showing all the grey. No, because I can't peel it for you, Daryl. Just have a banana.
Or an apple.
Yeah, but I'm not cutting it for you because I've got dye on my hands.
Banana.
Oh, do you know what else I haven't done? I haven't covered my Daryl extensions. Shit. And I definitely don't want them going a different colour because they're my Daryl hair. Good boy, well done.
I'm good at peeling stuff off.
Oh, for God's sake. Now my phone slipped. I don't want to touch anything because I got a little bit of dye on my fingers. It's not in front of you to stop you slipping. Okay, I shall have to just put you more upright. So, to prevent parts of your hair or a certain lock from getting dye on it, use cling film, cling wrap, whatever you call this in your country. Is it saran wrap in the States? I don't bloody know. We call it cling film because it's horrible and it clings to everything. I hate it. I only ever use it for my hair. And what you want to do is you want to pull a strip out. I probably should have washed the dye off before I did this. Lay it down so it doesn't cling to itself and everything around it. Find the hair that you want to protect. So in my case it is this one, which is, look, that's how much my hair has already grown since I put this on. And then you just literally fold that up out of the way like so. Like that. And then you'll get your wrap. Put it up onto your hair a little bit. And then wrap this shit around it. It's horrible stuff. Because it clings to itself and it clings to everything. And if you get it in a knot, it's fucked. This would have been easier to do without gloves on. Because it just wants to cling to the gloves. Do it as best you can. Like I said, do this before you put gloves on, for fuck's sake. And then just squeeze it all into place like so. And it will protect your hair. Okay, now I've just got to find the other one. Oh, it's actually burning a little bit because my psoriasis is a bit sore at the moment. So another way you can do this is to lift the hair out of the way, lay this down as if you're doing a foil, and then put it on like that. Mine's escaped. This is where it gets annoying. I'm going to take my fucking gloves off because it's doing my head in. Much easier to do when you're not wearing gloves that the fucking wrap wants to stick to. Because this stuff is like Velcro and super glue all in one. So just put it on and squeeze it on nice and tight around the top part of your dread, just to prevent the dye getting in. It's like shrink wrapping it. Oh, put your gloves back on. Wind is blowing shit around outside. So, as you can see, I'm already starting to go brown. That's good, good, good. So let's go the other way. Because the top of my hair is the most important bit, because that's the bit that I can see in the mirror, you know. And yes, there are going to be people watching this that are cringing at me going, oh my god, that is not how you do hair dye. But you know what? It works for me. And I don't even mind if when I'm done, there's some grey sticking through. You know, it's just the idea is at the moment I want to cover up the majority of it. You can see that is already having a good effect on my hair. That's my dog begging for treats. Shut up! She seems convinced that whenever I'm in the kitchen, that must mean she's allowed sweets. No, it doesn't. I really hope this doesn't wreck any of my extensions. It shouldn't do. I'm getting a nice amount going now. I can feel it. My hair's starting to feel quite damp, which is good. And the trick is make sure all your little wispy bits have been done as well, yeah? Last but not least, the neck. Because I can't see how much I'm putting on, I will put it onto my hands. Rub together a little bit. And then apply that way. I'm not too worried about the back of my neck because the hair on the back of my head is a lot darker than the hair on the top of my head. So I don't go too crazy about that. It is more this area and this area that I want to make sure is completely covered, which is why you'll see me do extra application. But you can already see how much that's covered. Look, that's looking a lot better. Right, okay, so yeah, looking loads better. Almost finished the bottle. And then what I'll do once this is all in and developing, I'll stick a bag on my head and let that develop for half hour or so, and then I'll go and rinse it all out. Clean my gloves off so that I can use them if I need to again. And then the problem I have is because the gloves are so wet I can't get them off. This is where I usually end up ditching the bloody things because I hate gloves so much. But if you don't, you end up with very, very dyed hands and it just looks a bit silly. Which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that if you don't mind walking around with multicoloured hands, but I think this shade would just look dirty, wouldn't it? That's looking really nice actually, I quite like that. So, then what you get is a plastic bag, grocery bag, whatever you guys call these, wherever you live. This, in England, we call them shopping bag, grocery bag, plastic bag, anything like that. Anything that will help trap in the heat. You wrap your hair all up, you put this on top, and then you add a towel. And what that does is it seals in the heat and just helps everything work. I fling it over and do it that way. So you get to see my Buddha, well, not Buddha, my turban impression in a sec. There's loads of stuff flying around people's gardens, I can hear it. Nefertiti, that was the word I was going for. Queen Nefertiti, look. Don't obviously pull this down over your face. Don't be a dick. It's not safe. But you want it tight. You don't want like gaps around it. So do that and then pull it all tight, either at the nape of your neck or the front of your head, whichever works for you. I mean, you're not too worried obviously about the length of it, it's more the head, but I tuck it all up out of the way. And then you can either use an elastic band to catch that, or, you know, if you've got enough bag left, you can tie a knot in it, or, you know, whatever. I try to sort of do this twisting where I tuck it in underneath. Sometimes it holds, sometimes it doesn't. And then you add a towel on top of that. So give me 2 seconds to grab my towel. And this just adds to the warmth of reflecting it all back. So there you go. Oh, I can tell by the patch on my forehead there that that is going to be quite a nice colour. So now I'm going to go off and watch a bit of TV for the next half an hour or so. And yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when it's rinsed. Time to rinse. I've just taken the towel off and stuck it downstairs because I have 2 microfiber towels that I use. One's upstairs and one's downstairs at the moment. So I figure what I'll do is I'll rinse my hair and then I'll stick a towel around it and go back downstairs, and then once it's soaked up enough I can just swap towels out to come back upstairs. So let's find out how well it held. That looks pretty damn good, actually. Oh yeah. That doesn't look too dark either. Be interesting to see how that looks once it's rinsed and dried, so I'll come back to you a bit later on today. Well, from the little bit I can see at the moment, I'm absolutely loving it. It's made me feel a little bit dizzy, having my head over the bath. I'm fighting migraine, so, you know. But running cold water over my head certainly helped. That's nice. So yeah, all I do when I rinse is I use just warm water. I put a little bit in, then I give it a good massage to help set the colour in, and then I rinse it through, and then when I think there's no more dye coming out, I then blast cold water, turn off all hot water and have cold, not lukewarm or, you know, wrist warm or anything like that. All hot water off and have plain cold water. This helps close the follicles of your hair. This helps set the dye in your hair, and once the follicles are closed, it also means your hair doesn't look quite so fly away and wispy. It's just generally all better for your hair, really. Your hair has like cuticles just like your skin and your nails, and using cold water helps close those back down, helps seal the hair back down, makes it stronger, smoother as a result. And even though I've got dreads, smooth hair is still a desire, if you like. So yeah, I'm going to sit with this towel on my head for a wee while. What I do is I turban it and then I fold it up at the bottom so it doesn't drip all down my back, and put a scrunchie around it. And then what I'll do when this one feels a bit damp, I'll go out and get my dry one, swap them over, and then I'll be back to show you the finished result. Once it's all dry, I can then, which will be tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, I will then do maintenance and put, because I'll have a lot of flyaway hair now where I've been rubbing up my scalp. So I'll have to do some maintenance, put it all in, make it look tidy and neat again. And yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, that came out better than I thought it would. It looks pretty good. It's not as light as this hair, but it's not as dark as my extensions or my extras. I left a few little bits, like I left that bit because I actually really like that little fluffy bit there. And yeah, it looks alright, I think. It'll look better once it's dried and I've tidied it up again. But yeah, it's come through alright. I'm quite pleased with that. Let's get away from the window a little bit so you can see it in artificial light as well. Yeah, it looks alright. Looks quite natural, I think, at the moment. So we'll just have to see. Like, you know, these bits all need tidying up. But the cool thing about using box ties as well is they don't fuck with your decorations, you know. I mean, that's just embroidery floss, I think. No, that's yarn. That's acrylic yarn in my hair. And the good thing about using box ties is it doesn't tend to dye them, or if it does, it just washes off again, because it's acrylic and it needs more than what's in the box yarns to do it. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that colour at the moment. Kelly says I should have done it like red, because I've got quite a sort of autumny type theme going on, and I've said for a while I wouldn't mind adding in, like I would have loved a neon root look, but I can't find a colour that I like. So Kelly was like, why don't you do red, like autumn leaf red, and then it will go with all your greens and browns and shades of sort of brown that I've got going in on the whole lot. But I don't know, what do you think? I mean, I'm quite liking this at the moment, especially with my Daryl dreads. I'm going to cut Daryl's hair soon and add a bit more thickness to those dreads to make them a bit more stable. So yeah, liking it. Hello YouTube. It is Saturday. It's wet. I've just been down my mum and done my mum's and done the cleaning, and we didn't get back quick enough, and now we're getting wet. Bummer, I just dyed my hair yesterday as well. So yeah, not really much happening, you know, it's a Saturday, so I'm not cold. So we're going to run home and I'm going to get some lunch because I'm starving. It is, what is it, 2 o'clock? And yeah, for those of you who are wondering where the Today in My Boo Journal videos are, I haven't done my journal. I haven't set up for August. I might take the month off. It's summer, you know. It's summer. Yes, I might just take this month off because there's summer holidays here in England. Summer break, whatever you want to call it, you know, when they don't go to school for fucking weeks on end. Here in England, it's only been going for a couple of weeks. They break up the end of July and don't go back until the beginning of September. So I might actually just not use my journal for a month, you know. I don't know, we'll see. I might do, I might not. I'm enjoying just having some time. I don't mind doing vlogs. I'm also doing another little series which will crop up at some time about psoriasis, which I told you about. But
I'm a puppeteer.
Doing his best Georgie impression. We got food down here.
Yeah.
That was rather nicely timed there, Mr. Crow. Thank you very much.
I just attacked those sparrows.
So yeah, I'll spend my evenings catching up on the rest of my steps, or watching X-Files. Anyway, thankfully the rain seems to have held off. It's long enough for me to at least get home. So yeah, really pleased with how my hair came out. It looks very natural. I like the colour. It does look more like my natural hair colour, whereas before it's a little bit too dark. So I think I'll stick with the one that I'm using then from now on. God, I'm starving.
It's so wet.
I'm gonna rush home. I've been doing maintenance for a couple of hours now. My hair all up on my head. Trying to tidy it up, make my sections look a bit neater, because after a while your hair gets a bit velcro like and it all starts to stick together, so you have to maintain your sections. So what I'm doing is, as I do it, let's just prop you up a little bit. That's a bit better. As I do it, I make sure that my sectioning is nice and clean. You can see there it's a bit bubbly, yeah? So I tidy that up. I make sure that there are no hairs going to any of the surrounding dreads. When you can actually see what you're doing, you can use the handle of your crochet hook to sort of go down and help split it. But because I can't see, I have to kind of guess. you know. I've got a mirror here. So yeah, I've done like from about there over. Haven't done the back, and I haven't done this side, but I thought make a start and get them as neat as possible. I like them neat, but I don't like them, you know, like when you see these photographs of people who have, oh, I've been and had my maintenance done, and it's been pulled so fucking tight, you can see the lines on the head. I don't like that. I don't like being able to see my scalp. That's why the hair loss here has bothered me. This kind of started back when I was postpartum, which was the first time I cut after having locks. I was 7 months postpartum and I started to lose my hair. And there aren't any locticians here. And I didn't know what to do about it. And I couldn't afford to travel. And besides, I had this baby that I was still feeding. And actually, I don't think I was 7 months. 5 months maybe. He wasn't very old. He was quite young. And yeah, I started to lose hair. And some of my dreads were holding on by a very, 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 very thin amount. Which, you know, is not a good thing. So I ended up cutting them all out and I hated it. And I cried. So then I had human hair extensions done. It's a bag one. See, like this is particularly messy here, but I've got my little baby one here that I'm trying to keep separate. So yeah, so I had a new set installed. I found somebody who said they were willing to install them for me, and she didn't charge me a lot of money. She didn't do a very good job. My sections were uneven. She just grabbed bits of hair really, and it annoyed me a bit because I'd said during my first set of dreads, if I ever have to cut these out, not that I ever planned to, but you know, then I'm going to make sure when I have them redone that I will have even sections. So my second set didn't exactly turn out like that. And the reason I ended up cutting those was because they were so uneven. I had a giant dread on the side of my head that I couldn't get soap out of when I washed my hair or anything like that. So this is why I paid all that money to go to Dreadcroft Wales. And although I wasn't majorly in love with the extensions she put in, I do love what I've got in now. The sections, the majority of the sectioning she did is great. I've got a couple that are like super thin, and that's here on the side of my head. And a couple that are a bit thicker, like the one right on top of my head.
Hi!
Daryl's watching vlog videos on YouTube.
Back in action.
Yeah, so although these aren't 100% even,
We've moved the whole house around and we have a new freezer.
yeah, we do. We have a new freezer. We have
My mind is blown.
my office has all been moved around, and the shoe cupboard's in, and yeah. We will do a brand new house tour actually. Once Mummy's tidied up the kitchen, we will do another house tour like we've done before. Okay, stop doing that.
Look at this. My new what?
Right, where was I? Yeah, the sectioning is much better than what it was, and I'm much happier with it. So I want to kind of try and keep the sectioning as best I can, so that I don't end up with what I had before, which was uneven pulling on my second set. That's why I took those out, because the sections were so uneven and some of them were so big that I just couldn't see a way out of fixing it. And I put up with those for about 4 years. I had them done, it must have been a couple of years, because I had them done when Daryl was a baby, and then I cut my hair shortly after Stuart died. So, you know, that was 2 years ago. So this set now I've had for 2 years, which is great. And my first set was still my favourite because it was all me and it was all natural, you know, and I did love it. Nearly wasn't it? I did love it. I loved it 100%. It was mine. I'd made them. I'd maintained them. I'd never been to a loctician. They were homegrown dreadies, you know. And I'll just put them through. That's my dog. and I loved that because they were my first set, and your first set is usually more precious to you. That doesn't feel at all comfortable. Get that up there. Yeah, your first set does tend to be more precious, I think, you know. So yeah, what I'm doing is I'm taking, you can see my loose roots, they go like all bulbousy, and you know, that's another thin one I've got there. But again, that's my hair loss, not anything that she did wrong. So you can see here I've got some wispy hairs, I've got some like bulbly tight roots, and we're jointed to a few other roots. So what I do is I check my sectioning here.
And the whole office is like
the whole office
so
has been moved.
tight.
And then you can see that line there. And that's where the sectioning is. And then what I do is I just make sure it is clean by taking the handle of my crochet hook and running it up in between the two. I got this idea of somebody whose video I saw the other day. And funnily enough, she doesn't even have dreads anymore. I was really gutted because she was English. And I was like, oh, a fellow English dreadhead, I'm going to follow her. And then I looked at some of her later videos and she'd taken out like 2 years worth of dreads. I was gutted. She didn't want them to define who she is. Which, you know, I'm like, oh, for heaven's sake. I don't like being that girl with dreads. Well, then what did you get them for? I love being that girl with dreads. Everybody knows who I am. The good thing about having big boobs is you can rest your chin on your own boobs. The other good thing about doing own maintenance is that you can make it as tight as you want it. I have quite a sensitive scalp. That's a little bit tight. Oh, and I find when I go to a loctician, like when I had these installed, even though I said to her, please don't do them tight, and she didn't, my scalp still hurt. And my second set, when she did those, she pulled them so tight, I ended up with a massive migraine, and I threw up coming home. I was very, very ill coming home. And yeah, just from having my hair pulled, basically. So yeah, that was a horrible long day. And also what I'm doing, as well as tidying this, I'm just tidying up the length of them, because where they've been a little bit dry, you get this sort of happening, you know, wispy bits and that. I'm also checking in where my extensions are in. Like this one, it's a little bit thin here. And I think what that is that the top of the extension I put in didn't dread quite so well into the hair. So what I'm going to do...
Mummy,
see how well that's coming out.
you know, toward the house that I put my hand there and then do that. Mom, I can still do that.
I know. See, what's happened is the extension that I put in, basically all this is dreaded to itself.
Mum's knitting a Pikachu.
All this is sort of has dreaded to itself and not to my hair. So what I'm going to do is use a metal flea comb and I just rest it on my knee and I brush out the top of it. I'll show you in a sec. And that was my bad installation that did that, not anything wrong with the dreads themselves. It's lovely as well because these are human hair extensions. They are starting to lump and bump now. That's good. Lumping and bumping in dreads is a good thing because your dreads shrink as they dread together. So you need to have the odd lumps and bumps and you know, bits like this. This is good. This is what it's supposed to do. So now I have that. It's all floofy on the top, as you can see. And I have that, which is all floofy on the bottom of my dread. And then you just move that bead out of the way and my hair's solid there, absolutely solid. So I couldn't comb out anymore even if I wanted to. So you put 2 solid ends together, and I hope to hell I can pull the hair. You go in with your crochet hook, try and snag some hair, and pull it through. I mean, over time, some of these will soften and move, and that's why you get the gaps, but that's fine. You just redo them. It's no biggie. So my back's hurting. My pillow keeps slipping down. So once you have all of the extension dreaded through, you can then go about doing your hair into the extension, and it's the same sort of procedure. Give it a little tuck down if you've gone up too far, you know. Sometimes I do that. I'm thinking about getting a miniature latch hook to see if that would be less torture on my thumb, because I know a couple of people who use one. Liza Locks uses one, and she doesn't seem to end up with a sore thumb, but then she takes more time than I do, which is probably partly why mine come undone after a while. But I mean, I was quite impressed when I did my hair yesterday. I washed my hair a couple of days ago, and then I dyed my hair yesterday, and I had one dread fall out, and that was one of my dowel dreads, one of these, and they fall out a lot because the hair is so short, it just won't dread together. I need to cut his hair so I've got some more hair to make it a little bit more stable. I mean, ideally, if you're going to dread hair, you want something that's about 6 inches long, you know, so that it can, because it will shrink as you dread it. And if I combed my hair out now, you've just seen how long my hair is. This dread is this long. If I combed that out, my hair would probably be down to about here. But, you know. So when you're actually dreading hair, if you've got I mean, my hair was so short when I went and got it done that I'm surprised she managed to get anything going, because in some places that it was very, very short. And where she put the extensions in, sometimes there wasn't enough room for it to grab, and I did have issues with them falling out, which was frustrating to say the least. Okay. Ta-da! That's where the join is there. Good, huh? So, because that's one that I want to watch, if I can, I'll try and... no, my bead doesn't want to come down, so my bead's going to have to go there, which means it's going to tap my glasses and drive me crazy. So, I'm just going to keep on going. Tidying up. I'm watching X-Files. As Daryl's sliding downstairs.
You don't slide down the stairs!
It's like all of these extensions that I've got, they're wispy, and I don't normally have wispy ends. I normally have blunted ends.
Blue.
Your tongue is what?
Blue.
Why is your tongue blue? What have you been eating? I mean, my hair and Daryl's dreads all have like blunted ends.
This is not mine.
Yes, it is. Come off your head. You see, that's mine, and that's got a blunted end.
Look at
that's
my
an
head.
extension, and that's got a wispy end. But as these mature, they will. See, that one's mine. That one's mine. That one's not. As they mature, you can see they're starting to bend and things. And they will blunt. I can blunt them if I wanted to. It's very, very easy. I don't know. I don't know whether to or not. I'm quite enjoying having the little endy bits. You know.
I've been sliding them.
So I don't really know if I do it. That's what it would look like. It's very easy to do. You can either pull it up inside itself using a large-eyed needle, and you just basically you put the needle inside the dread, going up the dread, and then you just pull this hair inside. The only trouble with that is sometimes it does come out. You can fold it back on itself and then just dread it to its own hair, like so, but then sometimes that happens and you get a little bobble on the end of it. Or you can try and like sort of, you do this and knot it up yourself until it's sort of all like rough, and then you dread it to its own. You can pull it up inside itself with your hook, or you can use your hook to make a little blunted end. I think part of the issue I've got with my Darryl dreads is that they get too thin down the end, and because the hair was only a couple of inches long when I sent it off, it's not strong enough to support itself, so they keep breaking. So what I want to do is bulk them out a bit so that the entire dread is about this thick rather than like this at the bottom. You see where it's thinned out? So yeah, there you go. That's what it looks like when it's blunted, and then you just give it a little roll, and there you go. No more wispy end. But there's part of me that kind of likes the wispy ends, so I don't know. I'm going to leave that one. I'm just going to test see which one it comes from. Right, I know where that comes from. You'll have to let me know what you think. Shall I blunt all my ends? It won't take long. Or shall I leave them wispy? Blunt or wispy? I know which I prefer. All done. So as you can see, I have pulled in all the little wispy shits, but you know, by tomorrow I expect most of these ones to have escaped because this is such a thin dread. I did hum and ha about connecting these two because they are so thin, but then that would get me back to that huge root problem. So yeah, really pleased with how well I've done. I have finished them all. Didn't do major work on the back ones because I did work quite hard on those a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, it feels really good. Yeah, it feels really nice to have nice tidy hair again. I've got a cookie. In England, we call this a cookie. What do you call this in the States? This is not a biscuit, this is a cookie. It's Sunday, and I didn't really know what else to do, so I thought I would close the vlog off by opening a couple of parcels. These are my my Birchbox parcels that I have come every month. I should probably won't be getting much more of these now because I've cancelled my subscription. So I'm going to open this one first. I haven't opened it, it's been sat here waiting for me to open it, but with me sort of doing the office and all that lot, I just haven't got round to it. So, ooh, bags and all sorts. Cool. Oh, this is nice. I like that. You get like a little wallety type thing as well. Oh, it's really soft. Just a little pouch really with Birchbox written on it. It's nice, it's soft. I like that. And this feels like it would be waterproof. You know, like you could use it as a toiletries bag. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Okay, Radiant Skin Moisturiser. Cool. What's this then? A beauty balm. Yes. Oh, there we go. Right, this is a beauty balm, not just a lip balm, Ultimate All-Over Salve, and it's endlessly refillable. Made with a blend of natural oils, hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and squalane. It hydrates and conditions dry skin, helps promote skin barrier function, and leaves a protective layer that's light and soft, never sticky. It has just a hint of chamomile for light and calming scent. Each refill case is made from post-consumer recycled plastic. Okay. This is a hydrating, brightening product. Lightweight daily moisturiser, has a subtle sheen that illuminates your skin as it hydrates and soothes. You may get out the door just a little bit faster when you see the instant healthy glow it gives your complexion. Right, let's have a look here. A Philip Kingsley Egyptian Jasmine and Mandarin Elasticizer. This pre-shampoo treatment, perfect for all hair types, adds elasticity, manageability, hydration and shine whilst reducing breakage and frizz. Good. Ooh, a foot thing. Are your feet feeling dry, tired and in need of intense moisturising treatment? This double-layered booty with removable toe tips, enriched with shea butter and marine collagen, hydrates and nourishes feet. Get smooth sandal feet ready for the summer. You get 2 though for each foot. You know, 1 for each foot. Dual layered booty. See, it only says there's 1 in there, so how do you do both feet? And then this is a microfiber hair towel. My hair is not going to fit in this, so I will probably give this to my daughter if she wants it, because yeah, that just ain't going to fit in there. So yeah, and then the bag is just it doesn't say. It's just a beauty bag. Very nice too. So let's open box number 2. This one came today. I was quite surprised because I don't normally, here where I live, we don't normally get deliveries on a Sunday. But she was covering for somebody else yesterday, she said. So she bought this out especially. Ooh, I like the box. The box is gorgeous. It's very astrological. It's a drawer. Yeah, cosmic. That's what I'm looking for. Cosmic beauty. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my bloody word. This looks like fun. Right, so what have we got? Hola Neon Wine Me Lipstick Balm. This lipstick plus lip balm hybrid in a buildable mulberry shade is shiny like a gloss, comfortable to wear and nourishing like a balm, with the added pigment of lipstick. Non-sticky formula glides easily and leaves your lips plumped and nourished. Very, very nice. Facial mist toner. I think is this one. No, but yeah. This is a hydrator for your skin. You could do it when you wake up, after you've put on makeup, or before bed. Funny. I just bought one of something very similar in Sainsbury's. Ooh, a black skinny liner. Another felt tip one. They sent me one of these several months ago, so yeah, right. A exfoliating coffee scrub. Well, I can't use that then, can I? Because it's got coffee in it. I'm allergic to caffeine. Never mind. And this is an eyelash and eyebrow serum. Mascara one's inside. This is a 3-month supply. Jamaican black castor oil eyelash and eyebrow. 100% natural serum is packed with castor oil, which is proven to promote hair growth. Excuse me. It'll boost your eyelashes and eyebrows, giving you thicker lashes, luscious lashes, and fuller brows in as little as 3 weeks. Apply once a day. Dip the spoolie in the serum and brush through your hairs. So there you go. That is definitely going to get used. That will get used. That will hopefully get used. The coffee thing won't. The foot thing will. That will go to my daughter. The thingy. That'll get used to help hydrate my hair. This will all get used, I think, pretty much. Yeah. I think you can use this like a hydrating and a setting spray. Energizing facial mist toner. Aloe vera, apple, blueberries and green tea. Yeah, and to fix your makeup. Isn't that daft? I literally bought this in Sainsbury's 2-3 days ago. And now I've got 2. It's always the way. Always the way. Yeah, I've also got 2 of these liquid eyeliner pen things that I don't use. I don't tend to wear a lot of eyeliner. Does anybody want one? Giving one of these away if somebody wants one. Because I suspect Callie will probably have the other one, so if you want one, let me know. And I'll see what I can do. Right. I am going to close off for this week because it's Sunday evening and I'm off to go and watch the X-Files. It's been quite a good week. I tinted my hair and it came out beautifully. I've also, as you can see, look, no frizz. I did maintenance yesterday and it held beautifully last night because I wore my satin sleep cap, so I've got very, very little frizz. Downside this week, I had to take my hoops out. You may have noticed I'm not wearing my tunnels. I've got psoriasis inside, actually inside the hole. And it started about a week or so ago. My ears started to get really, really itchy. And I thought, oh, they just need to clean, because that's usually what they do. They itch when they need to clean. And I went and took the hoop out to clean it. And as I took it out, my ear started bleeding. And I texted Callie and I went, my fucking ear's bleeding. And she said, yeah, she said, I had the same issue, that's why I don't wear my hoops anymore. So absolutely gutted about that, but there we go. Let's see, what have we got coming from the shops? Because I've been ordering a little bit on Etsy. So, I ordered a few bits and bobs. You know, just cause I felt like spoiling myself. So I ordered some, I got some new Dread shampoo. It came in a bar from Crafty Elena. She lives in Manchester. And I used it 2 days before I dyed my hair. And it's really improved my hair. My hair feels very soft, very, very nice. You know, it smelled really, really strong. But when I put it on my hair, it didn't. So that was all I can smell at the moment was dye anyway. So yeah, that's come. And I've ordered some like these, but colours. So only a couple. I've only got 2 coming. That, do you remember like when you were a kid and you used to go on holiday to the beach and somebody would wrap a bit of your hair? They were called hair wraps, and they would put like a little charm or something on. Well, I've ordered the dreadlock version of those, and I've ordered 2. One is, I can't even remember what I ordered now. What did I order? B and F. One is a sort of blackish type colour. Let me just turn on the camera and I'll see if I can get a picture of it. Yeah, one was that one, B. So it's like black and cream, so that will blend in quite a lot. And then the other one I ordered was this one at the top here. It's like magenta and green and all of that lot. And she does like little bells and a little thingy charm, a little moon and a leaf, and I really liked that and I really wanted it. And I really, really, really wanted I and J, but she didn't have those. So I was a bit gutted about that. A lot of the ones you see, they've got feathers in, and I don't wear feathers because I don't want the hassle of having to take them out every night, to be quite honest, even though they recommend you do. I don't take these ones that I've got in out every night. And I can't be bothered. So I'm hoping that, I would take them out to wash them, but I'm hoping that I can just leave these ones in. I'm also thinking about making some, because then I can do loads of different wild colours and, give it even more, because I love the floofy look. I'm really, 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 really loving my dreads at the moment. My hair's looking good. It's not too frizzy. It feels in really, really good condition. It took the dye really, really well this time, and it's matched really, really well. I mean, it does look it in this light, but this is, of course, it's artificial. All my sections are nice and neat this time. I did a really good job maintaining them. I spent several hours doing it yesterday. Probably took me about 3, maybe 4 hours tops. I just sat and took my time with that. I really enjoyed doing it, and I'm just loving my hair at the moment. I just can't. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it. If I had some money, I think I would buy even more of these extensions and extend it again, but I don't. I'm saving for new glasses at the moment because I thought I was all right until next year, but turns out I'm supposed to have my eyes tested this year, and then I will probably need new glasses, and these cost me 350 quid. So yeah, it's not the frames. These frames were like 40 quid. It's the fact that I need varifocals, I need reaction lenses because I'm photosensitive, and due to my vertigo, I've got to have the widest visible range on my glasses. That all costs a lot of fucking money. Why are you down here?
I just want to know if you're doing a video.
I am doing a video, and
Hi.
you're supposed to be in bed. It's 9:05. Where are you supposed to be?
In Mummy's room.
You're supposed to be in bed. Good night.
Hi.
Okay, look. Like butter wouldn't fucking melt. He also needs a haircut. Might do that tomorrow.
No, what?
Why?
Because I will tell you when you can cut it.
Don't you want to look all smart when we go and see Isabel?
She's gonna think I'm bold.
No, I'm not going to do it that short. I'll do it short like I do for school. It's getting a bit long though, isn't it? Look.
I like it.
You like it, do you? I have to brush it then tomorrow.
I'll tell you when you can cut it.
You're going to get the bath at the very least. Right, say good night then.
Good night.
Give me a kiss. Go. Go on, you've had your hug. Good night. Go on. Shoo.
Grab toys.
Take those two with you as well. Put them in your room.
Joker is so wrapped up.
Go on.
He's been stuck.
They better not be in my bed when I come up.
They're not.
Totally forgotten what I was saying. Yeah, I'm going to have a go at making some dread wraps, I think, just to add more colour. Because my hair is very, I keep thinking like foresty, because it's got my natural colours, it's got the colours that came with the extensions. This is one of my natural ones here. This is one of the extensions. This is one of the synthetics I've got in. So that's 3 different colours. That's not including my 2 Darryl dreads, which are a lot lighter, and it's very foresty. And I would definitely like some green in here because I just think that would really look good. But I've got like loads of yarn, and I would love to make some dread wraps to go in. I would make removable ones because I don't want to wrap my own dreads. I don't mind doing this, like a little bit of string here and there, but I don't want to make like a full-on wrap because that's how you get mould, and yeah, I don't want to do that. So yeah, but you know, I like putting yarn in my hair because it then gives you extra colour, like this. You know, this was a greeny bluey yarn. That's just sock yarn. You know, that's string. That come off a parcel that I stuck in. Yeah, I've got sock yarn all over me. Oh, I know what I was going to show you. I've put a timestamp on one of my dreads. I got this idea from watching... Who was it? Can't remember. I watched somebody. Now, this is the dread at the nape of my neck. This is usually my favourite dread because it tends to be my chunkiest, but this isn't actually my chunkiest dread this time round. It's got 2 bells in the end. Okay, they don't make a lot of noise, I must admit. And then I've put this charm in. Now, what this charm shows is the end of my dread and the beginning of the extension. And I put this in on the 30th of July, I think it was. And what I'm thinking is that I want to like measure the growth of my hair. Now, because when I went to get my dreads put in a couple of years ago, when I went to Wales to do it, my hair wasn't much longer than this. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that I might just do half this length and put in another one halfway to say that that was my 1 year's growth, and then another one in on like the anniversary, because it's been, gosh, when did I get them done? Let's find out, countdowns. Yeah, see, I've had my dreads a year and 5 months. Can you believe I've had them a year and 5 months? So, you know, if I put one in at about the halfway point, which is about where my hair was when I had it done, then I can put another one in at the root on the same date every year. And then that would be a timestamp, just charms, every year to see how much my hair grows, which I thought might be a really, really good idea. What do you think? What? Oh dear. Go bed. So yeah, I thought that was a really, really good idea. And I might do that myself because I know roughly how long my hair was when the anniversary came round. It's weird to think that the anniversary of getting my hair done is now February rather than on Stuart's birthday, because when I initially started my dreads, funny enough, I made the decision to do dreads on Stuart's birthday years ago when we'd separated. But yeah, funny, isn't it? Yeah, the 11th of February I had them done last year, just before lockdown. I've got a peely finger, you guys. It's like having an athlete's foot on your finger. Right, I think that's about it really. Can't really think of anything else to tell you guys. Quite excited to try this eyelashy eyebrows serum. You get 1 spoolie. Seems a bit daft if you want to do your eyelashes and your eyebrows. It's quite a soft one. wash your face, remove all your makeup, apply a thin layer, leave oil on overnight and rinse off with mild soap in the morning before you apply your makeup and moisturiser. I'm going to try that tonight because I haven't got any makeup on. So yes, I've got quite a few bits and bobs now. I've got a whole drawer down there full of makeup. Yeah, I actually cancelled this because I was like, I've got so many samples and I haven't actually used any of them yet. So this will be quite good. I think it'll give me time to play with everything anyway, at least. Because I keep saying, oh, I'm going to use that, I'm going to use that, I'm going to use that, and I don't. Let's see if I can find the bag. So it's like I've still got this one that I showed you the other week, which is still full of shit, you know. And this is, I've got a soap and what's that? Another serum, exfoliating jelly shampoo. Callie can have that one. A mask. What's this thing? Another spray. Another mask type thing. Illuminating primer. And that's just in that box. You know, that doesn't include the pencil case full of stuff that I've got that I can't get to because my trolley's in the way. Here we go. You know, and I've got all of this to do as well. So, you know, I want to sort of start going through it all. I think what I might do is separate, like, what was that? That was cream. Yeah, I've got so many masks and cleansers and things. Oh, arrows. They sent me another arrow thing today. So they sent me a Radiant Skin Moisturiser before, and this is a Nourishing Lip Oil. So that's good, isn't it? By the same company. I've never heard of them. They're called Arrow. But I've got so much stuff. Wipe out swipes. What's this thing? Micellar. This is the same company as something else that they... Oh, yeah, the same company as this spray that they sent me today. Detox, aloe vera. Funny, starting to see whatchamacallit, yeah, there's the other pen. So I have two of these, two eyeliner pens. They are exactly the same, they are the same company. So I have two to give away if anybody wants one. They're black, they look like a felt tip pen, just a very thin one. Okay, so if anybody wants one, let me know. I've got a Frizzy's aloe water thing by John Frieda, no less. Ooh, apply to wet or dry hair. I might give that to Kelly because I don't think that would go well on my dreads. So yeah, I've got all these different things that I want to keep trying, and I keep forgetting to try them, you know. So this, I want to carry this around. It's a hand sanitizer, and it's flat, which I think is fucking great. But got a little, that can go in my makeup section, that actually, and I've got another one, which was that little one, and that can go in my makeup section, because that is actual makeup. The rest are mostly, yeah, this was an eyeshadow cream. That's sort of like a coffee colour. The rest is mostly cleaning or hydrating or, you know, not makeup. It's, most of it is sort of like cleansers and, you know, products like that. See, that's a cheek and lip tint. Exfoliate, concentrate. Yeah, see, I've got all these different things that I have to try. So I think I need to leave all this out for me to play with and take stuff up one day at a time. Shall I try this and see what it looks like? This is that lipstick stick. It comes in one of those crystal fucking doohickeys. Wow, that's dark. Molly wear lipstick like this? It's a bit pink for my liking. It was supposed to be a mulberry, but this is really pink. So I'll offer that to my daughter as well, because I won't wear that. It looks really pink on the camera. It's not quite that pink. It is more reddy, but yeah, I don't like that at all. Feels nice. Don't get me wrong, it does feel nice on your lips, but yeah, so she can have that. Back in its box. So she's getting a nice little box of things as well. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is like separate it all into washes and masks and all that kind of thing. Like this is a cleansing pad. This is eye gel masks, of which you do get 2, so that's something. You know, but sort of separate it all into that kind of thing and then go from there. So yeah, right. I'm going to close off this week. I don't know how much vlogging I'm going to get done next week. I've got a busy week. Tuesday we're going to go and see friends of Daryl's. Wednesday I'm going to see my son, and then Thursday is on his funeral. It's going to be a bit of a bad week, I think. Well, Thursday's going to be bad, but you know. So yeah. So, have a great week. Let me know what you've been up to. Leave me some comments down below, you know, the kind of thing. Do all of that. Thumbs up and all of that lot. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week.